Sam Spiegelman with Rivals.com here with one of the most sought-after quarterbacks in the entire country. He hails from Cedar Hill, Texas, Kaidon Salter. Offer sheet has blown up through the roof since I came to see you in the second round of the playoffs a couple months ago. Kaidon, based on all the offers you got and now being stuck indoors, what has the last couple of months been like for you just as a person?
It's been not really stressful, but it's just been having to see what's going on, just not being able to go and visit the college campuses. Been real hard. Just got to build a bond with the coaches over the phone, try to get a few virtual tours for the colleges that I haven't visited yet. It's really all going well with the technology that we have today. Being able to see oh my God, why is he calling me? Somebody calling me. Okay. The technology that we have today, just being able to have the virtual tour, that's a real blessing. It's going good, really, a little bit.
Now, for context, like people may not know that you were able to get in a lot of visits early on this spring, but obviously you have so many offers, so many schools coming after you, and you being a quarterback, sometimes one visit might not be enough for you. You might want to, get to know these coaches and develop those relationships better. What has been the good parts and the challenging parts about this virtual recruiting for you?
The good parts, I mean, gas money. You can sit at home. I'm able to sit at home, sit in my living room with my whole family. Just sit there and talk to the people on the phone, check out the little campuses that they have, talk to the different coaches that they set us up with at that time. It's been real relaxing, really just being able to sit in your own home and view the college from your couch or wherever you're sitting at. That's
Right.
been real nice. Then what was the other question?
Has there been any like funny stories that have come along with it? Like like you said, you're kind of welcoming the coaches into your home. They're also showing you their homes. There's plenty of room for mistakes and some funny moments.
Not really. It's just been. I mean, it not really. It's just not really.
Okay, well, you were able to go on a lot of those visits, like I said, before this quarantine forced us all inside. How glad are you that you were at least able to get a really big college campus tour in to at least kind of get an idea of some of the schools that you really could see yourself at, and then as you go through this virtual recruiting, how much weight do those visits that you were able to take early on kind of carry over?
It was real big that I got out and got to the other schools before all this started. It was told that I was the last person to visit Tennessee before everything got shut down, and just like that was real big. It was a blessing that we went at the right time. Just that was real big on my recruitment process. Then what was the other question? I keep forgetting the other question.
Did I should just ask one question at a time. It's my problem. Because you were able to go to, Auburn and Tennessee, and you've been to Baylor, Georgia Tech, so Arkansas, UCLA, it's a lot of visits. Has it helped? Obviously you do need to make a decision at some point. Do those early visits carry a little bit more weight for you now?
Oh yes, sir. Actually, I'll be posting on Twitter. I'll be committing May 10th.
Oh.
Still looking into it. I haven't tried, but most definitely still looking into it. May 10th, the decision will be coming out.
And so clearly those visits did loom really large.
Yes, sir.
Do you know which schools you'll be choosing from? Like, if you were to put an edit out with 3 or 5 teams on it, do you know the teams that'll be choosing from?
Most definitely Auburn, Tennessee, Baylor, Arizona State.
So it's 4, down to 4.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. Auburn, Chad Morris. Obviously, he got to watch you. He was unemployed at the time, from the time he was not at Arkansas to the time he got hired by Coach Gus Malzahn at Auburn. What's your relationship like with Coach Morris, and what do you like about your fit at Auburn?
Me and Coach Morris, we got that bond. You know, his son his son Chandler Morris, just the quarterback relationship is just real good. Me and Coach Morris, we talk probably almost every other day. Talked to him yesterday before I worked out. It's just in the RPO offense that they have, I feel like I'll be able to fit in that kind of scheme with the abilities that I have, and think it'll go great.
You said Baylor. Obviously, that was your first offer. Coach McGuire is a legend at your high school, and anyone who's listening better already know that because we're not going to go into too much detail. They should already know. They were your first offer before you started to blow up. What has it meant to have Baylor offer and recruit you longer than anyone else, and then now you're considering them as the only Texas school in that top group?
That was real big. The Baylor off. I started going to Baylor camps when I was probably in middle school. That was one of the first camps that I went to. Went to that camp every year. Coach McGuire been my dude even since before I was at Cedar Hill. Just being able to eventually get that offer, I smiled so hard once I got that offer. Just it was real big. I knew it would come one day. Just that was a real big offer. Then Coach T, he was the quarterback coach back then when I got that offer. He was my dude. Talked to him probably almost every day. It was real big.
You said Tennessee is one of the finalists, right? Tennessee is a school that maybe from the outside world perceive as one of the favorites for you. Like you said, you were the last person on campus visiting. Um, I'm sure they've been virtually recruiting the heck out of you. What do you like about Tennessee that you have them in that Final Four?
Tennessee was great. Just the coaching staff, being able for me to get there and watch them practice was real big. The way that the coaches coach, Coach Chaney, Coach Pruitt, and I'm tripping. Coach Chaney, Coach Pruitt, and Coach Winkie. Just being able. Tennessee has a quarterback coach, and Tennessee has an offensive coordinator. So like that feedback that you will get after every play from a quarterback coach be real great. It just and the offense that they run it'd be good. Just the SEC eventually. I mean, just they just can't beat that.
No, I mean they obviously what we saw we're all watching the draft right now, and the record number of draft picks speaks for itself. And then Arizona State was the last team you mentioned. I don't know, did you get to visit Arizona State?
No, I would get a virtual tour soon.
So you got a virtual tour, and they still made your Final Four, which says a lot about what the coaches were able to get across to you. What have they been doing really well virtually that has them at least a finalist into the May 10th decision?
It's Arizona State. Like it just feel like I'll be able to fit that scheme. Just watching the quarterback that they had last year, the way that he did his thing last year, just that's real big. Just you can't beat being on a team with the head coach that they have. Like it's just the whole thing about Arizona State is just great. My family loved it. I started building that bond before they pulled the trigger with Arizona State. So like I knew the offer was gonna come, so I already had that relationship set with them and just have them.
Obviously, as a quarterback, I feel like quarterbacks tend to always commit a little bit earlier than everyone else, but everyone else is starting to commit just so super early because we're all quarantined. Um, Quarterbacks, maybe they commit earlier because they start thinking about the decision a little bit earlier, and it sounds like you fit that bill. As a quarterback, what has this been like for you to go through the recruiting process? And you have one school in your Final Four that you haven't visited, three others that you have great relationships with. Um, has it been more difficult than you imagined, or do you feel pretty confident going into May 10th?
Uh, I feel pretty comfortable being able to visit the majority of the schools. It was real big, and the relationship that I have with the coaching staff from those schools are real big. It's just my family loves them. And when we went out on the visits, like it was just real excitement, and everybody had the smiles on their faces walking through the schools, looking the schools that I was going to, just visiting me, being there was real big. Everything was great. Like it's just a blessing that I was able to get out and go visit those schools.
No question. Sticking with the quarterback theme, what obviously you had a breakout junior year that got everyone talking and obviously had you ranked among the best in the country. Um, Going into you were also kind of tearing up the spring with 7-on-7. You were just continuing to bolster your own stock, which is extremely exciting for both you, for people in my industry. What has it been like to kind of lose that off season of really kind of seeing your stock bump up? And what have you done to kind of continue to stay sharp with the quarantine going on?
Without this, the spring is just gonna show who really want it. Everybody working, some people not. I mean, I work every day. I'm going to a little gym that we have down here, going to the field every day with my friends to go get some throws and just making sure my team working and staying healthy.
Have you sat down, maybe watched your film from last season and kind of picked and choose what you want to get better at?
Oh yes, sir, most definitely. Me, I have to stay in the pocket probably a little bit longer. I know I got a lot of plays of me staying in the pocket, but also I got probably more of me getting out the pocket and scrambling. But staying in the pocket, getting the ball out a little bit faster is something that I need to work on.
Watching your film, we posted a story a couple right at the beginning of this quarantine, just rewatching your tape as, one of the stock up guys for the spring. And people crush me, but the comparison I gave for you from seeing you in person and then watching the tape was Randall Cunningham. Now he might be older than you can even remember seeing him, but he used to buy time in the pocket for insane periods of time, and then he had this powerful arm, and he could just throw it anywhere on the field, no matter where the receivers were. To me, that's exactly what you do. And you had guys like Quinn last year that could just stretch the field entirely for you. Do you model yourself after anyone in the college or pro ranks, or are you just I'm Kaidon Salter and I'm going to make my name, with this style of play myself?
Yeah, that's just what it is. I don't see myself playing like nobody. People say I play like Mahomes. People say I play like Hurts when I get to run in. But I just feel like I'm playing like Kaden. Just do what I do.
What between Auburn, Tennessee, Baylor, Arizona State, what would you tell fans of those teams or the coaches of those teams? What kind of quarterback are they going to get whenever you are ready to commit?
Just a leader on and off the field. I mean, I'm a hard worker. I'm dedicated to the sport. Just the only love that I have. Like people ask me what's my plan too. I don't got no plan too. I just see myself making it, going all the way.
Hey, confidence is key, right? Um,
Yes, sir.
have you already made your mind up, and you're just going to wait till May 10th to be sure of it, or are you still kind of going back and forth between a couple of teams?
I'm still going back and forth. I'm still going back and forth.
What obviously it's difficult to get pushed over the edge during these Zoom conferences or FaceTimes or DMs. What are you hoping kind of clicks before May 10th that you say I'm going into May 10th extremely confident in my decision?
Just like it's really like limit when I will be committed today. Just gotta watch and see like, cause some schools hit me up a lot. Then as soon as I post this, they're gonna really try to hit me up, and I'm just gonna see like that love and just see how it really is. Just the schools that I'm really interested in. We really had that bond. We talk probably every day, almost every other day. I know I talk to coach. Uh, but I talk to coaches from Tennessee probably every day. My mom says they text her every day, every morning. Good morning, how you doing, et cetera, et cetera. But like, it just it's just a blessing.
It most certainly is. Does mom have a favorite right now?
Most definitely, my mom favorite is Tennessee.
Oh, so whether it's Tennessee or one of the other threes, you have to kind of either agree with mom or go against mom. So you're playing a dangerous game, Kaden. All right, Kaden. Well, we appreciate the time today on getting up on a Saturday to talk, and we are looking forward to May 10th more than anything, man. Congratulations and thanks for the time today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.